All right, so that's it. You're up first. Where's your mag?
Here?
Over here, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're shooting the AP5. This is the MP5 Clone. Okay, coming up.
All right.
Okay, put it to your shoulder. Cup your shoulder forward. I zeroed it, so you should actually get hits now.
Yeah.
All right, you see the dot?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Start slow and then pick up the speed. Yeah, there you go. Put it down the target after you go bang. Go to a big target and dump it. Nice. Excellent. You come up here. Dump. So you know that this was the Fiocchi, right?
Yes.
So we know your Fiocchi ammo works. You're shooting the Norma. Go ahead, shoot your Norma. Let's see how that works.
Let's see how that works.
MP5, AP5. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nice.
That sounds
Cool.
a little different.
Let me dump mine. I'm actually going to take this out a little further.
All right.
Is it just me? It sounds a little different.
Let's see, we got camera. Let's get some hits at 65 yards.
All right.
Let's go for 65 yards. Check out the camera. Does this down? Oh, it does dim it down. It's going to dim it down a little bit so I can see a little bit better in the shadow. 75 yards.
Beautiful.
Let's try 75 yards.
There we go.
I'm having a hard time seeing it. Let's try it 100 yards. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Move my camera out. See if I can get 100 yards. Yeah, the one at 100 yards is a lot better lit, so I might get a hit on that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's spreading out too much. Let's dump it here. Okay, so this is the AP5, which is the MP5 Clone. So basically, we're kind of doing this as a prequel to a whole video that we just did on this. So the part you're about to see was actually shot first. Now, one of the things I'm going to say is the recoil on this is beautiful. I mean, this thing feels like I'm shooting a 22 almost in this 9mm. So a very, very smooth recoil with this, what's it called, roll back delay?
Roll delay blowback.
Roll delay blowback. So yeah, definitely when they say that the MP5 is a smooth shooting, this is smooth shooting. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's play the rest of the video for people here, and they can see the details on this gun. All right, we're rolling. Hello, Ben. How are you doing, bud? You got some nice toys here for us.
Oh, it depends on what you think.
Show us about. Show me what you got.
So today,
Yeah, of course. Talk loud because you see.
all right. So we've got a very nice toy for you to play with today. We've got a Turkish-made MP5 or an AP5 made by MKE. So this is the full model. Way cheaper than the SP5 that H&K makes. Now, it's a great platform. I know a lot of people think, oh, the MP5 has been out for decades. It's old, it's obsolete. That is definitely not the case. There are a couple things to consider about it. Honestly, chiefly, the manual of arms and loading and unloading. You do have to manually lock back the bolt.
Okay, show me how that works.
So,
We'll get on the camera, make sure I can see it. Go ahead. Go a little bit more towards your left. Right there, there you go. Show us how that works. I'll point it down.
all right, so now this is also the famous HK slap, but basically, lock it back, and you have to have it locked back so you can load a mag in. And when that happens, you then HK slap. There you go.
Okay. Now, when I was kind of playing with it before, earlier. I mean, drive, you know, and one of the things like I noticed is like where the grip is over here.
Yep.
Like I was like, I'm probably not doing it right. It seems to like, I don't know, my finger kind of gets caught over here, but I guess that's not the right way to do it. The right way is to
Yeah.
slap it.
It's a slightly different manual of arms compared to an AR-15, but
Right.
honestly, once you do it a dozen times or a couple dozen,
Yeah.
it's not hard to pick up.
Okay, so but that's the thing to be aware of that because of this thing over here, because of the way the grip is set up, you can't. That's not. Can we get to the camera? That's not as easy to do. You kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise your
Essentially.
hand's just not going to fit in there. So that's really interesting. The other interesting thing that stood out, so, I think there's an empty mag over here.
Yep.
Here you go. So this rocks in.
Pretty much. So essentially, just rock it like that, and then there you go. Nothing to it.
So take it out and put it in. Let me see again how that works.
Just like that. Well, there's actually a couple ways you can do it. So just load this up real quick, show you again. So have it forward so you can do it like I did before, just like that.
Okay.
Then also,
So it actually doesn't rock in. It goes straight in, but it has like an AK style catch.
it kind of does.
It does rock in?
Kind of, yeah. There are little similarities. But then the other way you can take it out is this little button here,
Okay.
just like that.
Now, is this standard or is that aftermarket? The button
Oh,
release.
that's standard.
That is standard.
Yeah.
Because when I was kind of handling this earlier, one of the things I noticed, like my finger can barely reach it. So you got, so normally like on an AR, the button's like right here.
Right there, yeah.
Right there, right. So with this, it is more forward. So that's just something to be aware of. That if you're gonna reach it, you got to kind of almost come off the grip, reach forward.
Just like that. So
It seems to be a lot easier to use the paddle. I mean, as a right-handed, I find it easier to use the paddle. It seems to go straight. I mean, there is a little bit of a rock, but it's tiny. Now, as a lefty, for a lefty, that would be easier to use the button, because for a lefty, that's
just like that.
yeah.
actually.
So the button release actually favors the lefty on this rather than the righty. Because as a righty, I would definitely want to use the thumb button over here. So that's cool. So and the safety is
Pretty much safety is similar to an AR-15 safety. So
yeah.
here we go. Shoot, safe, shoot, safe.
So
same thing.
So to start it, you just kick start it like an AR. You just kick it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and also one thing to consider too when you get it from the factory, they don't come with an ambi safety selector, so that's definitely a good upgrade to get. Max just got one. This one actually I got the Heckfire trigger in there, so that came with an ambi selector. So it's a bit of a pricey trigger because the other thing you also should consider with the MP5 with the platform is everything is way more expensive versus an AR. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth
Well, that's
it.
why I don't have one of these because back, I mean, I've shot these something like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like everybody was moving away from MP5s towards ARs, so I just went to ARs and AKs. So last time I shot was like 12 years ago, but now that you got it, it's like, wow, this is really interesting, so different.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Now with the safety selector, I can just get this. Now it basically you do kickstart down, but it doesn't have the same range of motion as an AR.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
So that people know. Wait,
Yeah.
1, 2.
So actually, that was one thing with the Heckfire trigger selector there. So
it
it is, there's 2 safeties, I would call it. So that's safe right now, but it can move a bit up. So
what's the up position? That's
still safe.
okay? So it's got 2 safe positions and 1 fire position.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So down, all the way down. In the almost horizontal position. Hold on, let me see this.
Yeah. So the normal.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
The standard factory trigger won't do that, but I kept doing that when I put the Heckfire.
So this has a curve on it.
Yeah. Kind of.
So if this was straight, if this was actually, so this is interesting. So this has like a little bit of a curve on it. So, but if this was straight, the horizontal position is actually the fire position.
Correct.
All right, and then the vertical position, like upward vertical position from there,
Yeah.
it would be the safe position, right?
Pretty much. They're both safe.
Right. So that's
There's
an
like a
interesting.
range.
Right. Yeah. So because of the curve. Now, did they do this just to? No, was this always like this, or did they just do this to match to the AR style?
That's a good question. You'd have to ask the Heckfire people that.
Okay, but you bought it like this.
Pretty much.
Okay, because it almost seems to me like this originally might have been when they designed it just a straight safety, in which case the safety would have been horizontal, but then they curved it down so that it would kind of be similar to an AR. That's interesting. That's something we got to look up. That's a very interesting feature. So let's see what else is different about this, because kind of like ARs are kind of like the base that we're comparing it to.
That's true.
That's
yeah.
the most common
We're
thing
all
that
used to
everybody
that.
has. I have ARs. You got ARs. Tell us about.
So let's go through some more.
What's
upgrades.
going on over here?
So normally, and you can see right here, the platform usually has these pins that keep all the parts together. And it's once you break it down, it's a very simple thing. There's just these couple pins here and there.
So these are like AR takedown pins, right?
Basically,
one here and one back there.
So there was one there. I replaced it with one that takes Blue Force Gear QD.
Okay.
So that was very good option overall. Matches up with what I got here.
Okay. So now, like, if you wanted to open it up, how would you how would you open it up? Are you able to easily do that?
Yep. Just pull it out like this, and
all right. So the pin comes out
I
completely.
won't do the other one, but basically you pull this one out also, and then this comes right down.
Okay. So the pin, the pin comes completely out. It's not a retained pin. Now on this one over here, now this is also a QD mount point, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So what prevents, when you mount the QD, what prevents this from just pulling out?
I'll screw it in, and you just.
Oh, so it's screwed in.
You have to unscrew this.
Oh,
for it
I
to
see.
come out.
So these things here are screwed in like that. That's what keeps it in place. Now the back and forth rocking that this does, let me show you again.
It's just a little bit long.
That's just a little bit long. That doesn't add any function. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically these two things, you would have to unscrew them, pull the pin out, and that's how you upper and lower. We're not going to get into the whole takedown of this in this video, because I just want to do like a general MP5.
Okay.
So let's see what else stands out. I see you got the EOTech on this, right?
Yep.
Now with the iron sights, there's no co-witness. I mean, it's impossible to co-witness, right?
So that's the reason why I went with the EXPS 3, because the I won't take it off right now, but it has the QD.
So as a QD, so you would basically just remove this,
yes,
and then go to the iron sight. So that's how you
can
would
still
do that.
see the irons also over the MF5 mount.
Over.
So the mount basically, it's made by MFI. I think been around for a while, but basically you like put it on here and you clamp it down essentially, and that and it's pretty tight actually, and that's how you mount the pick on it.
Wait, so with this mount right now, you can actually see through it?
Oh yeah,
It has a pass-through?
if the EXPS was off.
Oh, I see. You still got to remove this,
Yes.
and then I see, and then the mount has a channel so the mount itself doesn't interfere with the iron sights.
That's right. Yeah.
I got it. I understand how that works now.
And now the most important upgrade with this, also the hardest to find probably, was the nice armament rails, the RAS rails.
Okay.
That I had to look quite a bit on Gunbroker for, and they were not cheap.
So these rails right here.
Yes.
Okay, so that doesn't come standard with the gun.
Not at all.
Okay, that's kind of weird, because I kind of figured that it might be standard. Let's take a quick.
Dreaming. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry to disappoint you there.
Yeah, so those rails are not. Flip it over to the other side. Let's take a
we
quick.
go.
And then you've got the. So it doesn't get too hot, I guess. Now, so you added this little piece here.
Yeah.
Onto the, okay, so the issue that I had initially with this, where I was getting a little bit of interference with over here, so that could just be removed. Yeah, I see now. Okay, so that's just a cover. That's just a rail cover, and that would give me a little bit more working space. Okay, I didn't realize that earlier. And then your light is
Fire dual fuel.
Okay.
1500 lumens.
Now is that pivot or anything, or is that fixed?
It does a bit.
Okay, I
I
mean,
left it so you can move it a little bit.
so there is a little bit of movement with that.
Yeah.
I'll get you over here. All right, that's a cool setup. Let's see, anything else? So we.
Oh yeah, then we got the Magpul brace, retractable brace on it.
Okay.
Don't worry, ATF. This is, I guess, still legal, right?
Yeah, we still got like another, I don't know, I guess 60 or 50 days left or something like that. Until the courts, hopefully the courts step in. So how does this move? You push that up?
Just push
How
it
do you
up
adjust it?
and push it up here, and then just like that.
Cool. Nice. And then to extend it, you pull it or you got to push the button again?
Oh,
You got to push the button again?
Just like that. Yep.
That's interesting.
Pretty simple, yeah.
Okay. And then you like using the
Hand stop.
The
Yeah.
hand stop
Also
over there.
Magpul one.
Okay. And let's see what else. Anything else that stands out on this? That's it. Now the magazine was interesting. Here, pull this up. So this is well, this one's empty. I have a loaded one. So this is a double feed. If it's a double stack, double feed, compared to like your typical pistol one, which is a double stack, single feed. That's one of the things I picked up earlier. And what we were talking about earlier is that this design, which is basically like an AR design, it makes it you can have like a 30-round magazine and it still feeds easier. Whereas with this double stack single feed, basically the double stack comes up into one bullet, so everything has to kind of compress up here, and that's kind of what limits this. When they start making this into 30-round magazines, these pistol mags don't do very well. They start having jamming problems. Whereas this, because it's a double stack into a double feed, side by side. Does it have the M4 style? Do they have like those little feed rounds like an M4 does? I don't know if you're able to see that.
I don't think you really can
No,
easily-
no. So it doesn't. I was just curious if they might have incorporated that,
Oh.
but I think this was designed prior to the M4s. M4.
Probably around the same time. Well, the AR-10
Yeah.
was definitely around. Actually, this MP5 came out in 1966. Okay, so the AR-15 platform had just came out, but I don't think H&K had much communication with Eugene Stoner.
Yeah, but the double feed, the M4 feed ramps came from way later on. So that's why it doesn't. I was just curious if it might have it or not.
That's
So
fair.
so it does. So it just has basically a single. Open it up again. Yeah, hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like it just has a single chamber. You know, there's nothing. It just goes into the chamber the way it is. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I don't want to focus too much on that because first of all, I can barely see it in there.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. One of the reasons why this magazine, right, why this 30-round magazine would be more reliable than, let's say, a Glock 30-round magazine, is because you got a double feed. I'm sorry, you got a double column into a double feed, versus the Glock style, which is a double column into a single feed. Okay, cool. How much money are you getting for this?
Oh, that's the most important part to ask. Okay, so this the AP5 made by MKE. As of right before this video, I checked. They're about $1,250. I think mine. This one I got it when it was still like $1,000.
Yeah.
I think the AP5K was about $900, but they have gone up in price. You can thank number 46 for the inflation. But either way,
But so this is $1,200, right?
yes,
Now, obviously the optics not included, but that's without the rails or with the rails included?
without the rails.
Okay, so how much you put into it with the rails?
Oh, I was hoping you didn't ask, but now the rails I had, they were brand new and they were like $600.
All right, so the rails by themselves are $600.
I was lucky to find it there because they don't. Knight's Armament hasn't made the RASP rails for the MP5 since 2019.
Okay, but that's interesting because initially I'm like, okay, $1,200. It's not that much more expensive than an AR.
Yeah.
But normally when you get an AR, it comes with I mean it's ready to go with an M-LOK system.
That's true.
Yeah. So
I said earlier, everything with the MP5 is way more expensive.
Yeah.
Even like, what's the average like mag price? You would say like what, 15, 20 bucks, right?
Yeah.
But like these ones are like 50, 60 bucks.
$60.
So,
okay. So I'm just trying to piece this whole thing here together. So you got $1,200. You do the math, right? In your head, all right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm calling out the numbers. I'm just out of curiosity. So we got. Now they came with the brace.
Brace you have to buy them separately.
Oh, so the brace was separate. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 1,200 plus how much in the brace?
150.
Okay, 150 for the brace. Okay, and then the rails we said was 600.
600. Yep.
Okay.
1950.
Okay. We're up to 1950.
Yep.
Okay,
1950.
good. Now with the light, the Surefires are more expensive.
250. Yeah.
250. So
Okay. So 20,
Slightly
Yeah,
used.
2200.
2,200. And then the EOTech.
I think I may have got it for like 550 because I definitely got it for a discount. But EXPS 3s are usually around 7.
Okay.
So 29, between 2750 and 29.
Oh, and then
Okay. And does that include the rail? Or that's extra?
the rail was like $100.
100. So 100 plus $100.
So either 2800 or 3000.
HK Parts also great
3,000.
website.
And then you got the hand stop.
Hand stop was another probably 50-ish.
So
Does it?
2700 to 3000.
I think we can add because then you had this little add-on thing
Yeah,
here.
and
Right?
then also the Heckfire trigger was 500.
Oh, wait, the trigger by itself is 500.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's killing us
So
here,
it's
man.
3600.
No, but it all sounds like it's a lot, and it honestly is. But here's the thing, though: 3,500, and you've already got it all kitted up and good to go. Versus an SP5 made by HK, those are going for 3,000 on their own, and they probably have gone up to like I wouldn't be surprised if they're like closer to 3,500 these days with the inflation.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but anyway, but as far as what we got right here, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's what it is, But so your base was 1,200. That's where we started from, and then wow, $500 for the trigger. I mean, I got binary triggers which I paid 400, so I guess it's not that crazy. But yeah, so you started off with a base of about $1,200, and then you worked this up to $3,000.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man, you win. That's more upgrade than I ever did to any gun.
Yeah.
Let's fire this sucker. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, put it on the table. Okay, so. Get that ears on. Go ahead. Yeah, keep the big targets. Right? Oh, yeah, the big targets, and you can keep the little ones if you get one with the big targets.
The zero might be slightly off, but see what we got.
I think we got to check the zero, man.
Yeah.
You put the safety on. Hold on. Let me fire a couple of shots. Let's see if it's the zero or if it's you.
All right.
Hold on. Let's check that out.
It's shooting slightly right.
All right. Let's see if it's a zero or if it's you. All right. You're on my channel.
Go.
Oh, pick up the bag.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta adjust it. It's shooting left.
All right.
So let's try. Inside of the circle, the left inside the circle on the target to get the hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, but this doesn't lock back on the last round.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so it does not have a last round bolt holder. So it's kind of like my palmettos. They don't have.
Not at all.
Hold on. Let's pause this and we're gonna put the new guy on this. Hold on.
All right.
Wait. Why are we not opening up? Come over here. You have to open. Why is it not open? Open on me. I thought. Oh, so we last one failed to eject the tape. Let's see what happened with that. That's interesting. That's an interesting strike. We'll have to collect those. See how we compare to this one.
It's also not that great ammo. So.
Well, it's striking it very funny.
Yeah.
We'll compare it. We'll use the same ammo in a different gun.
Okay.
But are these like plus speed loads or anything? Because they actually look like the primer's almost getting pushed out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, almost like it's overcharged.
It might be. Well, either way, it's some crappy range ammo. So.
That's interesting. Let me pause the camera, load up another mag. Let's put Stefan on it.
Side.
Okay.
All right.
Come on. Let me get Stefan up here.
Alrighty.
Stefan, is this your first time shooting?
First time.
Your first time shooting, all right. All right, so let's lock. So I already told you the safety rules. We'll do it one more time. Basically, gun stays pointed at targets, fingers up, trigger, you're ready to shoot. You shoot all guns like the loaded. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your righty.
Righty.
Do quick eye dominance. Make a small hole like that. Smaller, tiny one. Okay? Keep staring, bring it back to your face. Touch your face. Touch your face. Both eyes open. All right, do that one more time. Both eyes open. Bring it back to your face. Touch your face. No, you gotta look through the hole.
No.
Okay, guess what? You're a lefty.
Yeah.
You're going to your left eye.
Left eye down.
Oh, you knew you were lefty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. That's good. Because the camera, come on this side.
All right.
So, load it and put the safety on. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your left foot back.
Right.
Hold the gun all the way here to the top. Right.
Right.
Put your hand here. Hold this. I'm not gonna say it out loud because the ATF is listening, so we don't want to say it. But if this was not a pistol, you would pull this into your chest.
Right.
We're not doing it today, but that's what you would do if this was a rifle. But since it's a pistol, we're not doing it. Okay. So you're gonna position this correctly.
Right.
Okay. Touch your cheek to the rail over here. Look in the glass. You can see the big circle. Okay.
Right.
We haven't zeroed this. So when you see the big circle, you're gonna see a little hash on the left side.
Yes.
Put the hash on the target, and you should be able to hit it. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So hold this.
All right.
All right. Hold that. Bring that here. Cup it forward.
Right.
Look in the glass. Move your head forward a little bit. Good. All right. You see it? You see the big circle?
Yes.
You see the big red circle in the
Yes,
glass?
yes.
Okay, you see the hash on the left side?
Correct.
All right, good. I'm going to take your safety off. Good. Put the sharp part of your finger on the trigger.
Okay.
Right there, the sharp part.
Right.
Okay, put the left hash on the target and gently press it. Keep aiming while you press. Good. Go to the big target. Let me see you get a hit on the big white one. Good. Now go to the small white one to the right of that. Hit it again.
That's
Put
a
the hash
breeze.
on it. Right in the center. Right in the center. Go to the small red ones hanging on the wood. Hit it again.
Nice.
That's it. All right. Keep going. Go to the big target and dump it one after the other. Go. Go. Nail it. Go. 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 Empty. Hold on. All right. Hold on.
Might have had a feeding
All right. Come over here.
All right.
Come check your gun.
That's probably ammo.
Take out the ammo. What ammo is this?
Some crappy one I bought a while back.
Take that. You're gonna have to crank it back.
All right.
There you go. You got it. So I think that these. Yeah, put it down for a second. I'm gonna get a different ammo because now I'm curious. It seems like these primers again hit in a weird way.
Yeah, and honestly, this ammo was running weird in G43X. You remember that one before, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one that we did another video on. I'm gonna get some different ammo, and we're just gonna see if that works better. I'm gonna pause the camera for a second. All right, so this is the most important gun test of all gun tests.
Oh,
We're gonna see if it shoots Tula,
All right.
because that's like if it can't shoot Tula, if it doesn't, if it can't eat steel, doesn't deserve brass. That's the saying, right?
For sure.
So let's see if it'll eat the Tula. Yeah,
All right.
it likes Tula.
Yeah,
The gun passes.
All right.
It passed the test. It shoots Tula. It's good to go, baby.
Nice.
Good stuff, man. Nice gun, man.
That's the
Why
round.
don't you come up here?
let's do it.
Let's put you on this bad boy over here. Now this has got
It's got the bad stuff.
that's got the bad ammo.
Right.
Let's see how it works with the drum. Actually, you're left. You go on that side.
All right.
Okay. Look at this bad boy.
Nice.
All right. Hold that.
You.
Come over here.
All right.
Okay. Lean into it. All right. Good. So remember, you're using the left hash mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
Keep the left. You gotta keep the left hash mark on the target after the gun goes bang. Put it up for us for a second. Hey Ben, you come up here.
All right.
So if you're righty, I want to get you in the video. Yeah. So you're right-handed, so we can see more guns. All right, go ahead. Unload. Dump it.
Here we go. Another one.
All right.
Weird.
I think we need more Tula.
You might.
Eh.
Hang on a second. It also might be the PMAG drum. They are a little. Oh, there we go.
What's up with the drum?
No, it wasn't feeding right. So,
All right.
weird.
All right. Put the stick mag. Get. All right. Let's try it. Dump it. I can see the case is stuck in there.
No, I think
All right. Take the stick mag. Let's see if the stick mag works better.
All right.
Yeah, it does not like that ammo.
No, yeah. Oh, by the way, Sergeant Major Munitions. That's where it was from.
Sergeant Major ammunition. Yeah, but is that the distributor or is that the actual brand?
Manufacturer.
Huh?
Manufacturer.
That's the manufacturer.
Yeah, avoid that shit. This is not worth it.
But wait a second, Sergeant Major. I thought they did like I thought they were like a like nickel coated ammo.
Yeah, that's
Whatever. Yeah, because that stuff is clearly brass.
yeah.
All right.
Brass plated steel. All right. All right.
Well, it works with Tula, so it must be good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben, for bringing us this wait, it's not an MP5. It's an MP5 clone, right?
Yeah, so the other thing to mention,
So say the name of it correctly because I'll never be able to say it.
so it's a Turkish-made MP5 called the AP5, made by a company called MKE. So they make it actually with HK tooling and stuff. So the machines are all HK built and everything. So it practically is an MP5, just with a, just cheaper, pretty much.
Cheaper, okay. So base 1200 with all the extra shit you put on it, $3 grand. Awesome, man. Thank you very much for bringing us this gun to check out, man.
Of course.